Okay, we're with George.Mouradian, the author of a number of books, here today at the White.Lake.Township.Library Local Author Fair. So George, tell me a little bit about your books.
Well, I started off with the Armenian Infotech, which is a mini encyclopedia, and I wrote the book because there wasn't anything like it in English, and I put it together more for educating the young people and knowing what it's all about. And after that book, I wrote Never to Die. It's supposed to be about Armenian history and the quest for Noah's Ark. It's a novel form, but that also is one on the history, and it goes way back to the caveman that was in Armenia to the present time. And after that one, I wrote a couple of engineering books, which I felt was necessary, again for education, and there wasn't anything like them. So I put that together, and they've done very well. And when I gave a little lecture on Never to Die some time ago, somebody said, "Geez, this is wonderful, but they don't have anything like this for children." So that's why I wrote Your Journey into Armenia, which is a colorful book for children, lots of pictures, colors, and that. But one thing about that book is surprising is that adults like it because it's so easy reading, and that's done very well. And then going beyond that, our history in Armenia goes back several thousands of years, and we have sayings that are just as ancient as can be. So I wrote this book, Notable Armenian Sayings and Family Relations, and it says it in Armenian. It has a transliteration, and then a translation, and then it explains what that means. You have to go back to the little bit of the history there to dig that out, but I don't know if you want me to tell about it here or there or not. But anyway, after that one, I wrote this Guideline to Your Magical Marriage because my wife and I have been married for so long, 60 some odd years, and I said, why can't I help other people? So I put that book together, and it covers everything in the marriage, which is beautiful. And anybody that is getting married, it's a wonderful book for them. And also for marriage couples that maybe have little problems and they don't want to spend a lot of money on a lawyer, they can buy a book for $30 and solve their problems. You can put that in quotes, I guess. And then the last book I wrote is Evils of the World. And this is something that's been bothering me for quite some time, that just wanted to pull out problems that we've been having through the centuries, the different dictators and that, and what the Turks did to the Armenians during World War I, the genocide of 1.5 million that they actually massacred. And it isn't just the religious that's bad, that is coming into the present day with the difference between the Muslims and the Christians, and even within the Christian religion we have problems. So I pointed that out, and of course then you have the power guys that try to dictate what everything should be done, and on top of that you have the financial guys, the Ernie Madoffs and a whole bunch of other ones. And then we have our inept Congress that I really poured into also. And I didn't pull out what you say political sides or anything, but just pulled out certain individuals that really play into the picture. And then, of course, you got war. Nobody looks for war, but it's around and it's one of the evils. So, capping that all up, I think a lot of it is because I want to educate. I used to be a teacher, and then I went into engineering. But I want to get the message across that these things are available and they would be very helpful to people.
Thank you so much, George.